computer. Ayelet, or Ayelet, because Ayelet, can you hear me? Where's Ayelet?
כן, אני שומעת.
I'm going to allow you to record because I started recording. אני לא רוצה שיקרה מה שקרה בשיעור, אז תקליטי גם את. כי התחלתי להקליט את השיעור הקודם, אני לא רוצה שזה יעשה בעיות, אז אמנם הפסקתי את ההקלטה, אבל אני רוצה שזה יהיה סבבה. את גם מקליטה? מעולה.
מוקלט.
Very
All
good.
went bouncers.
Okay, right. Here we go. So we're doing this, like, share. We are number 51. The time is good. Wait, I want to make this bigger. 100%. Let's move you guys aside. No, how do we do this? No. How do I see it? Ah, here. This. Move. Good. Talk. Nah!
First, you'll have to enlarge your own screen.
No, but I want, okay.
The top taskbar, wherever it is written PDF,
Yes.
the middle one, you'll have to enlarge that. Then you'll be able to see the whole thing, I suppose.
This, like this? No.
No, the earlier one, not on this. Where you have written on the first taskbar, where it is written basic course.
Okay. No, but now I missed it. Ah, here. Ine. But why is it blue? This. No, here. This. How do I get rid of the blue?
לא נורא, never mind.
No.
Never mind.
Okay. Maybe here. Ine. Very good indeed. Okay, yalla. Dum. 51. 51. Wait, I'm splitting the screen because I'm answering myself questions. I'll move this. I'm answering everything in Hebrew. So I'm splitting the screen. No! Sorry, it's taking me a second to move it. Okay, if someone wants to read in the meanwhile, it will be easier for me.
The 51st one,
Yeah, 51.
does he feel comfortable about the rules set in society or by his supervisors at the workplace?
Okay, yesterday, we were talking about the baseline, right?
Yes.
We're talking about the baseline. Okay, so this is also a continuation of the baseline.
Yes, it is the continuation.
Yeah, if you feel comfortable, so it's slightly above the baseline with a light, not strict, slightly, right?
No, I feel the answer is baseline on a ruled page. Ruled.
Yes.
As a ruled.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So means what? The rules and regulations are already set for him and he is comfortable following them.
Yes, on the rule page and touching it slightly.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Come on, continue. Rashmi?
Is she willing to be obedient in a regulated environment?
Okay. You want to answer?
Yeah, this is again baseline. Now this is on the line.
Yeah.
The first earlier one you were saying now that it is slightly touching.
Yeah.
So don't know about 51, but for 52 it is on the line. Ruled page, baseline on the line.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes just a second, I'm saying if it's really completely all the pages on the baseline, it's a very strict. Sometimes it's strict education. This guy got very strict education and everything is exactly by the rule. So it's not necessarily complete. If it has more negative sides on the page, so it's a person that is very, very strict and sometimes got very strict education too.
Yes, I feel in 51 a person is comfortable, but in 52 he is obedient. He may not be comfortable, but he has to be obedient. Yes, that's the
Obedient, yeah.
difference between the.
So I'm
Yeah,
saying,
that is why it is on the line. That is why 52 is baseline ruled paper on the line.
yes,
It is perfectly on the line.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying as an addition that he has a very strict he got probably a very strict education.
Yeah, maybe the rules, regulations, strictness,
Yes,
watch eye.
yes. Yala, continue.
Does he feel the need to have his own space while being asked to perform certain tasks?
Okay. So this is slightly above.
Yes, yes. This one is just above.
Mm-hmm.
Just above. Baseline on a ruled page, just above.
Very good.
Because
okay.
he is trying to find his own space. He feels the need to find the own space. So he is going above the line, above the set rules.
Very good. Very good. Okay.
And again, there is a catch over here. It is saying that while being asked to perform certain tasks, so he may not be always above the line, but for some sentences, few lines, or few words, he might be above. See, while performing certain tasks, it is said.
Ah, nicely said. So we're saying that if he feels if like he's in work in the morning, maybe his lines will be strictly on the baseline, but in the afternoon when he's at home, so and he's feel more comfortable, so it won't touch completely the baseline. So we can see a difference in his daytime throughout because of these baselines touching.
Ruled page pay, it is not about relaxation. Now, what you said, Sharon, that he'll be at home, he'll be relaxed, that is a different thing. Ruled page means there are set rules and regulations. He is working in an environment where there are already rules and regulations. Now, whether he is following those rules or regulations or not, that is what we have to see from the baselines on a ruled page.
But am I asking if can we see, that's an interesting question, if I may. if the whole page is the day, and in the morning he was at work, so he's working by the rules, and in the afternoon he's feeling more relaxed. So in the afternoons, even though there are lined no, how do you call it? Ruled paper, and he'll write a bit above the ruled lines. Does it indicate that in the morning he was obligated to the rules, and in the afternoon is a bit lightened up?
Yes. You don't know when he must have written the paper, no?
Just a second. Excuse me, what did you answer?
I'm saying it is not compulsory, na? Like morning he'll have a separate sort of writing, in the afternoon he'll have a separate mood set.
No,
So
Rashmi, what we do is when we consider a full page, we have the timeline for a page. So if we are considering one day, then the upper part is the morning part, the middle part is the afternoon, and the lower part is the evening, rest of the day. Yeah, and otherwise, when we are considering a page, we consider a span of 9 months. So that way also we can divide into 3 months, then next 3 months, and last 3 months. So that way also. So that is how we divide in graphology. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, please.
Yes, definitely. So what do you say about my assumption?
Yeah, so he may be, so when he is at home, you said he may be just above the line. Yeah, so he's not following the rules, he's following his own, he's taking his own space.
So you're saying it's possible, what I'm saying?
Yes, it is possible.
Yes, if you remember, Zubin used to give one example of army commander. When he's one of his friend only. When he is supposed to be in the office work area, he used to follow the rules and regulation very strictly. And when he comes to his house, like after his duty, he was very like a jolly and homely person. Na? That time might be he may change the nappy of his child also, right? But in the office, to pick one file also, he will call his junior
Certain
person.
level.
So
Yes.
yeah, so it can be this way. We can say.
So it's possible. Lovely. That's a nice concept of the difference between the lines throughout the page to do with hours. Okay, yalla, 54.
Who are those who rarely bother about stipulated rules and regulations?
Okay, you want to answer that?
Yeah, it is far above the rule lines.
Very good, very
Because they are not interested only. They don't bother only. They rarely bother about the rules, regulations.
good, very good.
I was like this when I was around 10 years ago.
Voila.
Yes.
I had my writing. I used to love writing in between, not on the line also.
Mm.
So then I think that is why, because I was not following any rules. I had my own set of rules.
So, and is it interesting through your childhood, you were raised like that?
Yeah.
Not to follow too much regulations?
No,
To
I
do
was a pampered one. Too
No,
much
you-
of love.
So you're acting when you were growing up exactly the opposite
Yes.
to your rules. Yeah, many times it goes like that. Okay, yalla, go on.
Can a rebellious mindset be seen in the handwriting?
Sure.
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
again definitely when you are really above the lines.
No.
Above the line.
Not
Yes.
only above, it is cutting the line.
Ah,
But
right,
Yes,
you're
yes,
right,
yes.
you're right.
The
you're
rule
right.
line is there and you are writing in such a way that it looks like a strike through.
Yes, you're right.
That your writing is straight. So you're writing in a cutting manner. You're cutting the rule page.
Lovely,
Like
lovely.
when you are writing on the line, like that.
No.
If the line is here, so the words are cutting in the middle.
Middle. Yeah. Okay.
Middle. So you can
Okay.
say that some portion is above the line, some portion is below
Portion
the
will
line.
below the line.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's just in the middle. It's like a signature when there's a line and you sign your signature in the middle.
Right.
So in short, that ruled page ka jo rule line hai, that will look like it is crossing your writing. Got it? So it is called cutting.
Lovely, lovely.
Yes.
Okay. Yalla, next.
Is there a difference between emotional depth and emotional expression?
So now we're moving on a subject.
Yes, now we are moving to pressure and slant, both.
Yeah, right. Kadima, that's a nice question. What's the answer?
Yes, now what we'll have to say is there a difference? We'll have to say yes, there is a difference because emotional depth can be measured by pressure of the writing. And emotional expression can be seen with the slant. So how we express an emotion is seen by a slant. And how we feel an emotion, that is the emotional depth, is seen by the pressure of the writing.
Very good. Yeah,
so there is a difference.
Ayala, אתה מבינה?
I understand. So in 55, it's also on the baseline.
Yes.
No.
No,
It's not on the
56 we started a new topic. אנחנו עכשיו מדברים על לחץ הכתיבה.
55.
Yes.
Yes. It's cutting the baseline and also pressure and also slant.
No. Just a second, I'll explain in Hebrew. ב-55 סיימנו נושא שקשור לקו הבסיס. ב-55 כאשר יש קו בסיס, כתוב עם קו, אז המילים ממש חוצות עומדות על המילה. סבבה? זה 55. 56 פתחנו נושא חדש, ואנחנו מתחילים לדבר עכשיו על לחץ הכתיבה וזווית הכתיבה. לחץ הכתיבה אומר את העומק הרגשי, והביטוי הרגשי זה זווית הכתיבה. סבבה?
כן.
Thank
you.
Yeah. Come on, move on.
We are discussing the 56th one. Emotional depth and emotional expression.
Okay, move. Yeah, okay. So if anyone wants to say anything else?
Varsha, madam?
So I'm summarizing this.
perfectly
The depth is to do with the pressure, and the expression is to do with the slant.
Yes.
Very good. 57.
How can we clearly identify from a handwriting sample how deeply a person feels an emotion and to what extent they wish to express it?
Lovely. It's also this. The depth.
So it is again related with pressure.
It's
Pressure and slant both.
Slant.
Again, the depth
Yes.
is the pressure, the expression is the slant.
Yes.
Very good.
58.
Okay.
Does
Yeah.
he really feel an emotion?
Yeah. So this is just the pressure.
Yeah, now see for 57, I would just like to read one paragraph. Can I please read?
Yeah,
You are
sure.
always.
Oh, thank you. So the paragraph says, it is about question 57. How can we clearly identify from a handwriting sample how deeply a person feels an emotion and to what extent they wish to express? So see, while writing, we push the tip of the pen towards and into the fibers of a paper. The extent of force applied on the tip of the pen can be analyzed as handwriting pressure. This force has little to do with your muscle strength. It is more associated with your nervous system efficiency. When we write on the paper, the reverse side of it tends to get rough. This is the effect of the pressure applied by the person while writing. Sometimes we can also see that there are engraved markings which are seen on the next page too. So handwriting pressure can be felt by the tips of our fingers on the reverse side of the page. Handwriting pressure shows us the intensity of our emotion, attachment, and involvement with our surroundings. Analyzing intensity of emotion is not easy because emotion is not a quantifiable aspect. Hence, we do analyze a handwriting sample using various preconditions. Then that is that emotional state and all that. So,
You know what we didn't well, I don't recall talking with Zubin is when a line is not consistent. You know, the ink itself is broken up within the word itself. Did you recall talking about it?
sorry, I didn't get what the ink is.
If I write a word, a letter, so most time the ink is continuously on the whole line. But did you talk with Zubin about a situation where, let's say, the line starts and then breaks up and then is strong again? I'm meaning that there's a difference maybe also in pressure and also the visual width of the line, because sometimes it's solid line, sometimes it's sort of fades out, and again the line is strong. Did you talk about that with Zubin?
Yes, we did. In fact, I faced this problem, and in our micro session, I had already given my handwriting also. Varsha, do you remember this?
Yes, yes.
See, you remember I used to write
Yeah,
letters and my
certain
starting
letters,
point.
yeah, that starting
Yes.
point.
Starting point was that pen, you
Yes.
never used to flow the ink only.
Yes.
I had given a
And
set of writing of mine. So, Sharon, what was happening, you know, that whenever I used to start writing, I used to use the same pen, which is having excellent flow of ink. But whenever I start writing, the initial letter would not, you know, the ink would not come out from the pen. So I showed this writing to sir and we had a discussion in micro. So when the first letter was not showing, at least one stroke was missing, it was like I was having some starting energy problem. That is what he said. So whenever I want to start something, now it is again related to that letter. So if I am saying letter V, I am writing, so that first part of the V doesn't come out only, the ink doesn't flow for the first part, means the flexor is not happening. Flexor means taking. So whenever I want to take any knowledge, you know, instant knowledge, V is for knowledge, starting energy. So I would not be able to start that energy. It used to take some time for me to start taking actually the process or start understanding. So this was what we had discussed. In micrographology, we also discussed, you know, what you were saying, Sharon, that some letters are written thick. So that thickness, and somewhere the ink used to flow too much. So there are different words for expressing these type of writing, paucity, then or kya
but
kya hai?
in general, when it's thick, it's also an expression of emotion, right? And when it's thin, it's more maybe gentle, or maybe not to a vulgaric person, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't agree with this. Why? I'll tell you, because if you are saying expression of emotion, then for expression of emotion, we'll see the slants only, whether it is left slant, right slant, or straight slant. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether your writing is thick or thin. And if you're saying about the pressure, then we have to touch the backside of the page and feel the roughness. Then only we'll be able to know the depth of emotion.
Okay,
And
okay.
then,
So what can we say? So what can we say about the width of a letter?
yeah, that Varsha knows, because she has been, many times in micro, she has told all this.
Actually, what I feel now, even letters are quite close. Suppose if I am having liking for the chocolates and I don't like pizza, and if I like chocolate, I write chocolate with the closed letter. No, they are very much no
Yeah, but
space between the letters.
that's not
And
necessarily to
that
do
is
with
also
the.
one of the way to find emotional expression for that particular thing. And one
Varsha,
more,
Sharon is
yes,
trying to say the thickness of the letters. I mean, she's saying ki sometimes
thickness.
it becomes very thick.
So
Yeah, I remember if it is a broken means your mind and body is not aligned with the task. Like, as
Yes.
Bharti says, no,
I had
like
a starting problem.
certain
Was
problems. So her mind and body was not aligned. Matlab, might be she want to receive something, but in her mind she was not ready to
ready.
receive. So it was not aligned, proper alignment of her mind and
And I
body. So
guess
broken letter comes.
I guess
Yes.
there's a difference between when the letter is thick,
So thick, so maybe she
an
is more
extensor,
emotional
or
to receive. Suppose her flexor is thick comparatively in V. So she is more emotional, or she need it, like she will take it more in an emotional way. Na? She is good in receiving comparative in comparison of that if extensor is lighter than a flexor. Means she is not good in expressing, but good in receiving. That way
okay.
we can say,
Yeah.
yeah.
But Sharon, you can also, mark this as red. So whenever we have a next session with Zubin sir, we can put up this question.
Okay.
Sir, what is the proper explanation if suppose a letter in a writing is thick or thin? How does that matter?
Yes, I will definitely say that, and
And
also
yes.
because
And
it's not
some
always even within the line itself. Maybe the top part is thick, the middle part is broken, and then the continuation of the letter is thick, is also again wider. Even within the line, sometimes there's a difference.
Yes.
and even
So
I add more if pestosity is there, na means is taking more time, na. Jada time वहाँ पे दिया तो ink is bloating, right? So it's taking more time to receive. If more pestosity is there, more ink is wasted on a letter, na. So it's
Yes,
taking more time also.
So
Yeah.
Sharon, these are the
into
terms
that.
used, these are the terms: pastrosity, pen flick. Where the ink is decreasing, where you are saying that the letter is becoming thin, any part of the letter, upper, lower, middle, or one side or other side of the letter is becoming thin, it is pen flick, it is called. It becomes,
Yes.
decreases slowly, like this. So that is pen flick. And where you are saying it is thick, more ink is coming, flowing, then it is pastrosity.
And then when that kind of a person, when he takes upon himself a mission, he finishes completely. And a pen flick is not completely attached to it, maybe, right?
Yeah, he's frustrated. His emotions get, drained. He drains himself, so much thinking, overthinking, frustration. And then in the end, he just loses the energy to complete the work.
So maybe also this is one of the answers for 58. A pen flick or a stop end. What do you say?
Does he really?
Because also that is connected to emotions.
Yes,
No,
that.
pen flick will not come under the emotion, because pen flick means what you are doing certain things with the emotion maybe, but you don't get actually desired result. Zubin is to tell everything you write correctly, but if you are making pen flick in your handwriting, that means you will not get desired result. So pen flick is a negative trait, but there may be an expression of anger also there, na? So it is also a kind of a emotion only.
That's what I'm saying. I
So
wrote it.
that won't be a pen flick.
I marked it in red, and I'll ask him if it's also to do with the pen flick.
Yes.
And the
Yes.
stuff. Yala, 58.
Yes.
59.
Okay. Is she a foodie?
Heavy pressure.
I think it's now to do with the middle
Pressure.
zone. No, if a person is foodie, so his issues to do with himself is
Yes. Middle
think-
zone.
middle zone. No,
Yes, I also agree. Middle zone.
I think we moved on to
middle
another.
zone writing. They enjoy food, going party for the parties and all. No? All middle zone activity like.
I think
Khana pina
well,
sona used to go.
it's middle zone in general relates to many things. It's to do
Yes.
with
Now in heavy pressure, there is one sentence written. They love eating and are generally enjoy good food. Food that emotionally satisfies them can make them eat more. This is what is written in heavy pressure. I mean, there are
that
many
will be a
points.
heavy pressure.
So I think
Yes,
it's a
there are many
combination of
points.
middle
So
zone
it will
and
be
heavy pressure.
heavy. Yes.
You're,
Heavy
are you,
pressure
do
is
you agree with me? Middle zone and heavy pressure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yala.
But Varsha,
to
middle
slow
zone
down.
is also related to daily activities, no?
Yeah.
Not only
Definitely.
food.
Yes. All daily activity. Present tense is the middle zone. Whatever you
Yes.
achieve, you enjoy. That is all depends on the middle zone
but
size
also-
and everything.
But when you have time to enjoy your daily activity, so you can also have time to eat well. So I think that's the connection to the middle zone too.
Yes, we can count heavy pressure plus middle zone both.
Yala.
Yeah. Now with related to pressure, what they are saying, food that emotionally satisfies them. So emotionally satisfies, this word is written for food. Now in our
Okay.
question also, it is written, is she a foodie?
Yeah, we have this. Yeah, sometimes it's emotional eating. You eat when you are frustrated. You eat when you're happy. Mostly when you're frustrated. So that's how you get fat or tense. Many people in this Corona time got more weight because of emotional eating.
Yes.
You don't realize what you're eating.
You give
Or
yourself
sometimes-
you give yourself excuses why you're eating. It's because of this, because of
Yeah,
this,
it is
because of
like
this.
unnecessarily also you're eating because you're worried, or sometimes it is the reverse. Because
Yes.
you are worried, you didn't eat. Once you are relaxed, you tend to eat more.
Yes. So it's in the edges.
Yeah, excuses is the right word. You just find excuses to eat.
Yeah. Well, I started
But
my day
somewhere
with
it helps out.
I started my day with 6 kilometers down at the beach.
Oh my God. That was excellent.
Yes, I do. I sometimes do that. 6 o'clock in the morning, I went down to the beach with my friend. When I go by myself, I run. When I go with my friend, we talk. So we just walk, but quickly.
How much time it takes when you talk and walk?
It took us about an hour.
Yeah, even I love walking. Walking
I
is,
also love walking, huh?
yeah.
When I go by myself, I run for 4 kilometers uphill. 2 kilometers uphill, 2 kilometers down. It's a circle.
Wow.
Yeah, great. Yalla, 61. No, 60.
You'll have to
No,
scroll
60.
down. You'll have
60.
to scroll the page down.
Okay, Sababa. Yeah, I'm just moving. No. Sorry, I'm just moving my
Just
notes.
the last taskbar, no? Yeah.
Yes. No, but I have another bar here open because I'm writing in Hebrew and no, yalla, I'll move this. Zuz! I'm telling him to move. He's not moving. Oh, okay.
Page. Down arrow, yeah.
Yalla.
No, you come down. You'll have to go up. Still bore up.
Just a second. I'll see. Yalla, go.
Yeah. One more.
What?
That's
Why?
it.
6, a bit more?
No.
In a
Later on.
60. That's good?
Yeah.
Yalla.
Does he prefer outdoor activities rather than indoor ones?
Mm-hmm.
We're still on pressure and slant.
Yes. No, this is only heavy pressure, because again in heavy pressure there is one sentence: outdoor sports are preferred to indoor sports as long as there is some emotional excitement to be experienced while playing. This
So
is written in
So outdoor activities is strong pressure?
preferred. Yes.
Again,
It's
wait.
preferred.
So strong pressure for outside activities.
Yes, but when outside activity, if that outside activity has some emotional excitement to be experienced while playing. So if there is some excitement, now suppose if you are playing a cricket match, there is A team and B team. Now there is some, excitement in your playing. You want to win. There is some trophy. Then you'll prefer outdoor. So there is an emotional excitement involved while playing.
Okay, so if someone doesn't like playing cricket or something and he goes out playing because he is told to go outside, let's go and play, it won't be like that.
No, it is written that some emotional excitement to be experienced while playing, as long as there is some emotional excitement experienced while playing.
Yalla, good. And if this person is he likes indoors activities rather than outdoors activities, so his indoors activity will also be in a higher pressure, right?
No. Now that is in light pressure. I'll read out again. In light pressure, what is written? Indoor sports are preferred over outdoor sports. They avoid getting attached to any emotion or feeling a sporting event may provoke. They don't want to get attached to any emotional feeling. For example, those who don't go to see matches on the grounds because they don't want to attach themselves, want any emotional attachment with that win or lose, of their team. So that they just prefer staying indoor.
But
So
if I do exercise, physical exercise indoors, so it's just like I'm doing outdoors. So that also can be with pressure.
No, your emotional feeling is more important. Now, emotional feeling will always be there if there is some competition.
I do a whole exercise with YouTube and balagan and with a whole mess, and I'm very excited indoors because it's Corona time and I can't go out. That will also probably show strong pressure.
It's not the same because you are in your private area.
There has to be some emotional attachment. Now, emotional attachment means what? Maybe to happiness, to excitedness. That would be emotional attachment, no?
So I think then, if I summarize correct, if I'm happy about it and if I'm doing exercise, it's going to show stronger pressure, even if it's indoors or outdoors, as long as there's an emotional addition to my activity, right?
No, if it is indoors, it is light pressure.
Okay.
If you are having equal excitement as you want to play outdoor games, but because of Corona you are at home, so it may be a heavy pressure. But
so I agree.
You are not very much excited and you are playing some indoor games, then it will be a light pressure.
Okay, you know what? I will mark this in red, and I will ask Sir, as you call Zubin.
Sharon, please see to it that we all are present so that we all will get to know what Sir is saying.
Okay. Unfortunately, I don't intend enough the 9 o'clock your time, but we should write on our group. Let's all go up on the Zoom, and then we'll ask him all the questions.
Yeah, we can put it. Sir, we have some queries. Can you please have a session? Please let us know the day when you can have a session. Then we'll ask all these queries to him.
You know what? We can ask. I can ask Zubin if he can join as group in a session, and we can ask him.
Yes,
yeah, that idea. Also we can do.
We can call Zubin in our group, right?
Yes, that will be fine.
So when we finish all the questions, we'll ask him to join us up, and then we'll ask him the various questions. Yala?
Yeah, so please keep marking all the problems, huh? Those questions which we are having issues.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, no.
Done. Yala. 61.
Can emotions be linked to memory? And where can it be seen in the handwriting?
Yes, here certain words are with dark, more ink. Here, if I have a emotional connection with a particular person, and if I write his name, I may write with more pressure, might be.
So you're saying an addition of ink is to do with the memories?
Yes, if I write his name, I may write it with more pressure as I am emotionally connected with that thing or a person or situation, whatever. If suppose I write my native place as I am more attached with my native place. So maybe my flow of ink is more comparatively what I feel is this. It can be some other thing also, but here I may unknowingly give more pressure of my pen muscle.
Okay.
I will read 3 points.
Just what I wanted to ask you. Do you have any comments on your papers?
Yes, I have. There are 3 points.
So good. Your papers are open in front of you.
So
Yala,
I will just mention 3 points which will, clarify this point of ours, that whether emotions are linked to memory. First point number one, that heavy pressure is the intensity of the nervous system impulse. Okay, heavy pressure is the intensity of the nervous system impulse. And the people who have heavy pressure, they can forgive, but rarely forget. They easily remember embarrassing moments in their childhood. Their memories are linked to emotions. These are the 3 points given in heavy pressure.
So,
yes, so heavy pressure
memory is to do with the nervous system.
Yes. More pressure. Now you put more pressure while writing, because
and those memories which flowing. And those memories which are related to emotions, they are remembered. So the memory is there.
So a heavy pressure, and in your written points, is there any saying about more ink, like Varsha said?
I mean to say that only the more ink or more pressure, because see, if you remember, Zubin used to tell me, you write 10 different name of your friends and see wherever you find more pressure or a dark image of that name, means heavy pressure, you may be connected more with that friend.
So if you or heavy pressure, or or more ink, or the slant, because when you're more excited about the person, the slant
might be, slant changes might be for that particular.
The past.
What Ayelet? What did you say?
The slant will be angled to the past.
Yes, to the right.
To the right or left?
Right. זווית ימנית של הכתב. Okay? Right. Good. That's a nice answer. Right. 62.
What is the mindset behind possessiveness?
Yes, now this possessiveness is again related to pressure. But if you are more possessed, it is heavy pressure. If you are less possessed about anything, it is light pressure.
I think it also has to do
or we can say extra heavy pressure. If Bharati, if you have a notes, just refer na. Extra heavy pressure is for possessiveness.
No, I think also extra heavy pressure is more to do with frustration, anger, and all this extra heavy pressure is because he has too many emotional disturbances, because he feels deprived of love, attention, harshness by some maybe parents or by someone, or some childhood bad
I think
memories.
it also has to do with the lower zone.
What?
Pressure on.
If it's to do with financial or how did we say 62? What was the word? Possessiveness. I think it's also to do with the lower zone. No.
No. Lower zone is more about the desires, material gain. You want to give. You have your ambition. You have your goals. You have your dreams, and you are trying to achieve it, and you achieve it. So lower zone is more about that financial, physical, material gains, not
No.
gains.
And what is the
Attachment.
word? And here in 62,
Yep, possessiveness means it is again related to emotion. So see, whenever anything related to emotion comes, pressure is there. So possessiveness means, see, you, for example, if you have 6 children, there might be one child of yours with whom you are very attached. Maybe because he does something, or he listens to you, he cares for you, he gives more respect to you. So you are more possessive about that child. If something happens to that child, if that child is late, you immediately, you get disturbed. So that is pressure.
I thought
But you have-
it's possessiveness also to do with materialistical
No.
aspect.
No, not that possessive. Means caring, maybe extra caring, extra loving. That is possessive. And that is all to do with emotions.
Okay.
So whenever there
Okay.
is emotion involved, so that is why that outdoor and indoor also we were saying, it was not only about doing my regular exercises, playing about regular thing. Wherever emotion is involved, if it is outdoor, then it is heavy pressure.
Okay. So it's, I can say, emotional possessiveness.
Yes. Emotion related. Where emotions are involved, you can say, not related.
No, I'm trying to think to translate it to, because when I read this word possessiveness, I also thought not just of emotional possessiveness. I also thought about materialistical possessiveness, and then I thought about the lower zone. But you're saying that it's nothing to do with that, only emotional possessiveness.
Yes, but if one of the materialistic thing has a emotional possessiveness, then it has to do. For example, like see, someone had a dream, long dream, to have their own house. So emotionally, she wants to possess that house with her own money. And she has a dream, like, I want this much big house, it has a garden, it has a this and that. So this is emotional possessiveness.
This, you see this?
Yes.
This is a Garmin watch. It cost me
Yes.
quite more than I can usually can afford, and this is definitely an emotional possessiveness. It took me a year now to buy it, and I all the time gave excuses why not to buy it, because I can't afford it, because my son is gonna cut my head off, and then I decided I deserve it. It's definitely an emotional possessiveness, so I bought it.
Yeah, you should have seen your handwriting that time when you were thinking of buying that. You must be having heavy pressure that time.
I did. I spoke to it a lot about with Zubin, and I told him I want to buy a watch. I think last April we were talking about it, and he told me to write it down. I should write a sentence about now buying this watch. It will be interesting to see.
Yes,
definitely an emotional buying.
Possessive. Yes.
Possessiveness. That's a good example. Yala, 63.
Can lack of depth in emotions be seen in a handwriting?
Yes,
So-
light pressure.
So now it's light pressure.
Yes.
Lovely.
Why do some people become emotionally cold?
Light pressure.
Yes, but why?
It can be a back slant also, no?
But why?
It'll be expression.
The light pressure is how we see it, but why do people become emotional cold?
Emotionally cold.
I think it's something to do with it, with the education.
Either they don't want to deal with it, or they are more, emotionally evolved. So they want to be aloof from all those things.
Sometimes some past hurt. So they don't want to experience that hurt again. So they become emotionally cold also. So that will come under, but back slant, if I am not mistaken. But pressure, I think we have to go through
That's
notes
nice,
also.
and that's interesting. The slant will be the opposite of enthusiastic. How did you call it? Left slant.
Back slant, yeah.
Back slant.
Up.
Yeah, fair. That's nice.
I'll read few points on this light pressure. Okay?
Yeah.
These people are very adaptable and can quickly adjust to new surroundings. Their energy levels are low. They cannot absorb all the energy from the food they eat. They cannot sustain any strenuous activities for long, and so they get tired quickly. Their relationships feel emotionally relaxed with rare moments of intensity. Their relations are based more on logic and calm the emotion. Because they think more logically, they don't have much emotions. They find it easier to let go of a person to whom they are related to if they are ill-treated. So these people, because they have logic and less emotion, they can let go of a person who ill-treats them. Okay. Lack of emotional depth or requirement for attachment makes it easy for them to get rid of old belongings. Then they eat food without too many preferences. Their memories are linked to rational thinking rather than emotions. They avoid getting attached to any emotion or feeling that a sporting event may provoke. So this is all light pressure.
I think I can add up if what you think again about the width of the line. This kind of person, I think the line will be very thin rather than thick. Don't you think?
Yeah, now what I get to see from this, after reading again and revising, I feel that, heavy pressure people have more emotion than logic. They're using their heart in every decision, not the brain.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
light pressure people are using the brains in everything to decide. No heart. They have no place for heart.
These are more rational people than
more
emotional.
Rational, more logic. Yeah, more logic, more practical.
And emotional. And this handwriting usually is with a straight slant and with a thinner width of the line.
Yes, now your point can come here, I feel, because when there is light pressure, your handwriting line cannot be dark, no, it cannot be fat, it cannot be thick, it has to be thin only.
Just a second, let me say something in Hebrew. זה הטיפוס הרציונלי, זה הטיפוס של האוטיסט, האות צרה, לא כל כך, כן, הרוחב האות, רוחב הקו והלחץ הכתיבה. Okay. Right. And also I think these people, the spacing between the words will be also wider because they are more an individual people.
More detached, yes. They don't like to get attached emotionally, yes. So word spacing will be more.
So word spacing, slant, and pressure, everything can be considered.
Yes.
I think that's also another issue. Lovely. Yala, 65.
You'll have to scroll down again.
I did my Hebrew. Do I have to do it also in English? I'm joking. Okay. Where is it? 60. Yala, go.
Can lack of emotional depth lead to a weaker immune system, and can this be seen in the handwriting?
Yes, light pressure.
Yes,
light pressure.
No? Yes, I'll read that sentence about the immune system. It says that lack of, where is that?
It's everything that you said before. If a person doesn't eat, if a person doesn't eat properly, and doesn't enjoy the food properly, and it can get rid of things very quickly. So you're not able to be kept also physically well.
Yes, their immune system can be comparatively weaker to the heavy pressure due to their weak eating habits. Light pressure.
Yes, because of the eating.
Yes, weak eating habits.
Yes, that's interesting. Very nice. Okay.
So if you see a sample who has light pressure with thin, as you are saying, Sharon, if all his lines are thin, we can also ask him whether your eating habits are weak or is your immune system weak? Do you fall ill often?
And we should go and look for his O, and in Hebrew, samech. Because yes, probably his
O will reveal many things. Yeah.
O will not be, his O won't be properly managed.
Flexor won't be proper, no? eating habit
Yes.
is not proper. Means he's not receiving, and even extensor it will be not. He's
And
not
also probably also
releasing energy.
maybe his lines are gonna fall a bit because his
Yes,
energy is
there
low.
will be no late drag, right drag. Direct वो ऊपर का ये रहेगा. Sharp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also
Squeezed O kind of.
also
Yeah.
is a whole line will probably a bit fall because energetically is not holding himself strong enough.
Yes.
Okay, lovely. Yalla, 66.
Does he prefer indoor activities over outdoor ones? Yes.
That's
Wait, does he prefer? We have to say this depends upon the pressure of the writing. This would be the answer.
Yeah, so like when you like all these questions are related, no, somewhere.
Yes. If that way, yes.
So that is why he'll always prefer an indoor because immune system is low.
Yes.
So maybe he is weak. So maybe he'll prefer an indoor activity rather than an outdoor activity.
And he cannot sustain strenuous activities for a long time.
The 67 is related to the 66. Is a low pressure person will prefer indoors or outdoors. So he will prefer indoors.
Yes.
Yes.
And is
that
it
is what
possible-
Reshmi was telling. Yes.
Yes.
But questions are related.
Yeah. Okay, lovely.
67. Is it possible to achieve a smart balance between deep emotions and casualness? How can this be detected through handwriting?
Okay.
Yes. Medium pressure is the answer.
So yes, most things in life when you want to balance is, as my mother says, keep on the king's way, keep on the middle way, the balance.
Yes. Medium pressure is the one which, the energy levels adjust according to the emotional depth they choose to feel. They eat food out of logical choice or to satisfy their craving. The relationships have a mix of emotional attachment and detachment. When a gift is being received, when a gift is being given with emotions, they acknowledge it and they also know how to let go if required. Indoor or outdoor games are enjoyed based on preference or mood, and their memories are a mix of emotional and rational moments. So medium pressure is a balance.
A balance. That's the name of the game in life, balance.
Yes.
That's definitely the name.
And sorry, now I'll have to leave. So maybe I'll join you up tomorrow. Maybe you can continue from here if you don't mind. Sorry.
It's okay. Thank you for reading. Thank you for reading out for us. You've done a great job.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, this session is being recorded, so I'll put it up in the group.
Yeah, it will be great. So then the remaining questions, or maybe I want to write down the answers.
We'll probably do another. If you have another, we're gonna probably do till 70. We try.
Yes, because even I have last 15 minutes. My lunch break will be over after that.
So do you have time to have another 15 minutes with us?
Yes.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Just give me 2 minutes. I'll just serve food and I'll come join you in 2 minutes.
Yalla, sababa. So we'll continue reading out and join us in. We'll just do till the 3 more questions, till 70.
Yeah.
Yalla. Okay, someone wants to read?
68.
Yeah.
Rashmi, you would like to continue or should I read it?
You continue. I'll join
No,
you.
Rashmi wants to go out for 2 minutes.
Okay. So question number 68. Where can moodiness and hormonal imbalance be seen in handwriting? So moodiness and hormonal imbalance is variable pressure. Answer is variable pressure. Sometimes your pressure is high, sometimes low.
Okay.
It suddenly increases, it suddenly decreases.
Yeah, so I think that is intense. It becomes more intense when throughout the line itself we can see difference in pressure when in the extender and the various lines going up or down. So that's even more when something is wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, Sharon, if we could stop at question number 68 only, because from 69 new topic is starting, slants.
Okay.
So, what do you suggest?
Yalla, sababa.
What about the hormonal balance?
Hormonal balance. Please tell her.
לחץ כתיבה משתנה. When there's a difference, when there's a big variety of various pressures throughout the paper.
It's about the mood, but what about the hormonal?
Well, I think it's to do with also with when you have a change of hormonal situation. It's also it shows as people that have problems with hormones. Also, the mood is changing a lot.
Yeah, mood swings happens with the hormonal imbalance.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll call it a day. Tomorrow we'll see. I might go out with my husband on a nice morning day trip. So I'll, if we are on, I'll write.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, bye.
Thank you, ma'am. You're used to saying thank you, sir.
Yes.
I used to call him Zubin only.
Me too. That's okay. Have a lovely day. Yalla,
Yeah,
bye.
thank you.
Bye.
Wish you the
See
same.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.